Good morning from Echo Bay. Monday, February 1st. Just got in the water. Today, I am in the MK. One of the last MKs made. So, I'm getting to know it. We're starting to bond. I was on the verge of selling it. I really was. Then I thought I'd give it a chance. And I modified the seat a little bit. And it works like a charm. So, yeah. So we're gonna try and knock the skunk off February. Quick, fast, and in a hurry this morning. And maybe chase some little fish. Stick around. Never know what's gonna happen with me. But I did find a much better launch. There's my truck. There's the water. Instead of coming down this ridiculously steep launch over there. So yeah, here we go. On my first fish of the day. Not a monster. But there he is. The George skunk beater. Number one. I just put the first line back in the water and I got another one over here. And it feels like about the same size. Well, it's time to drag up a little bit. He's not very big. Oh, he's got a little fight in him. He's got a little fight in him. Same size. Number two. They're all dinkers. All right, so now that it's lighter, sun's not up yet. At Echo Bay, I've already got two fish. I got my Go Fish camera down over here. I just lost one right here. I'm running a Megabass +1 over here on the cam and a +2. And I've caught a fish on each of them and I lost a fish on the +2. Megabass +1, +2 in Sexy Shad, if you're curious. They work all year long. So there you go. That's the secret of my success right there. So yeah, I'm gonna dork around in this little cove, this big cove for a while here. And then I'm gonna go out and head up north a little bit. So let's see what happens. Stick around. It's already pretty interesting. More so interesting than Willow Beach was, because I got a great big skunk. All right, this is Jerry, right? Yep. This is Jerry. Jerry watched my video and he knew that it was Heather and Steven that I met on the river. Harry gets him a Megabass FX, courtesy of Henderson Hooking. If I can get close enough to him and not run into him here. Oh, that's a 360, huh?
Yeah. Okay, man. I went and got it 3 weeks ago.
Are you the one that I met at Willow Beach about a month ago?
Yep.
Oh, there you go. I tried to talk you into getting
Buying the one that you had.
the autopilot, yeah.
And the next day you came in and you said, I think I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah, actually I did. I tried. I'm glad you didn't buy this, because this thing is a rocket.
Yeah.
My God, it's fast. And I modified the seat so that it's in between the high and the low position.
Yeah.
It's absolutely perfect. I'm just gonna launch it right there.
Okay.
Behind your drive. Boom! There you go. There you go, Jerry. Enjoy.
Thanks, man.
Pull that thing about 1.9, 1.8 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Go up through there, up into the back of that cove. You should get something. All right, I just pulled into a cove over there, and I undid half of my seat mods. Okay, see how, I don't know if you can see that. It's, the front is still 3 inches lower than the low position. This is the high position right here. I'm sorry, 3 inches lower than the high position, but it's like 1.5 inches, the front is 1.5 inches higher than the low position, and it's about 3 inches back in the kayak. The back is 2.5 inches higher than the low position. So it's perfect now. It's absolutely perfect. Very comfortable. I could stand up. I don't know how easy it's going to be to get out of, but we'll figure that out here in a little bit. But that was my big thing. The low position was too low, and the high position, it wasn't really unstable, but when you're used to an Autopilot 136 and you meet you get caught in a boat wake or on the river or Lake Mojave when it kicks up and you overstay your welcome, you like to be a little bit more in control. And this is now really, really stable. The way I'm no skinny mini, all right? I'm not a tiny person. 6'2" and like 230-ish. So, and I'm like a sail. So the further I'm up in the air, the more wind I catch. But this thing will go about 5 miles an hour. Just like I am. I just did it back there. I should have filmed that. That would have been awesome. But yeah, that's it's if I just had more room here to drop a large fish, but you know, I usually don't bring the big fish into the boat anyways. I just put them, if I'm going to keep them, I put them on a stringer over here, and that's that. Or if I'm going to throw them back, I might throw them on. I can throw my catch board right across my lap if I have to, and you know, I can carry that right back here, easily reach it back there. But yeah, it's not an autopilot. It doesn't have the room of an autopilot, but nothing does. So there you go. All right, I'm on another one. He ain't very big, but there he is. Oh, that's the biggest one of the day right there. That's a nice fish, actually. There he is, number 4. What do I love about my Predator MK? The fact that it'll go nearly 5 miles an hour. Pretty much whenever I want it to. That's pretty cool. And now it's really stable since I did my little seat adjustment. So I'm about done. I'm getting ready to pull in. That's Jerry right there in his PA-12 360. This is Old Town Predator MK. And I'm at Echo Bay, Nevada. I'm going to do a quick outro from the launch, just so anybody that wants to know where a really good launch at Echo is, I'm going to show you, as opposed to this ridiculously steep launch. I'm going to come around this corner here. This is what I've been using over here. Okay, see where those trucks are parked? I don't know if you can see how steep that the dock is right there. Okay, you have to launch and then go up and park way up there, and then pulling, especially the 136 out of the water, it's kind of a nightmare. But it's worth it because this is a really cool place. I said I wasn't going to come here until the water warmed up. and I wanted to test out my seat adjustments, and it works pretty good. So I kind of like it. Look at how steep that launch is. This that really doesn't do it justice. That is like one of the steepest launches I've ever seen. And it's ridiculous. But I'm going to do an outro from over here. Anybody that wants to come to Echo, I'm going to tell you how to get there. It took me a while to find it, but I found it. Alright, that right there, that's Jerry heading back to the steep launch because I don't think he knew how to get here. But this is, with the exception of getting out of the water, that was kind of a nightmare because there's a bunch of big rocks right here that you got to watch out for. I almost slid my kayak into the gravel a couple times. But my truck's right here, so I just pulled the motor and the battery out of it and drug it up and over the rocks on the wheels. But to get here, that right there is the store at the old marina. The store is still open, even though the marina is not. But there's a road just to the west of that drops down to a campground, and if you stay to the left, up against that bank that I'll show you here in a minute, you stay up against the bank at the back of the store, you'll see a trail, and it comes out on the old launch, and then you just drive right down to here. Pretty simple, easy peasy. So there you go, one last look at Echo Bay, and you can pull right in and shore fish from here because it gets pretty deep pretty quickly. And there's probably crappie over there hiding in there, but there's striper jumping all over this cove. So actually I'm going to call it a bay. This is probably the bay of Echo Bay. I don't know, probably is. It could be wrong, it's been known to happen. But there you go, good day. Lost track of how many fish I caught. I want to say 5. But knocked the skunk off February. And there goes Jerry. So if you like what you saw, like and subscribe, please. Give it a share. I always appreciate it. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. I go to work tomorrow for 3 days, so next stop is probably gonna be Willow Friday. I don't know. I haven't caught a big striper from there since like January 2nd, so I gotta go back and try. I'm a little winded right now because I just had to wrestle this thing up this. It wasn't pleasant. I had to get a second set of straps out of my truck, and that's when I finally decided to strip it down. If I'd done that right off the bat, because it's a whole 30 feet, I probably wouldn't be so winded. But this is this is an easy launch compared to that one that's on the other side of that ridge right there. Very easy. So yeah, anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.